We got us a Transformers franchise. Now we do. Okay, Bumblebee is directed by Travis Knight, who's done mostly animation, and you see his approach to Bumblebee, and I kind of think that that was a great idea to have a director that knows animation, being Transformers, the franchise that we know and love from the 80s, and he definitely gave this an homage to the original Generation 1 Transformers. Okay, this movie is starring Haley Steinfeld, who plays Charlie, as well as John Cena, who does Agent Birds. I would mention everybody else, but really, there's not a whole lot of. I think everybody did a really good job there. Everybody was just fine with the acting, but I just want to mention them as the only really two actors that kind of take center stage in this film. So Haley Steinfeld plays Charlie. She's kind of the usual teenager that's going through a lot of changes in her life, who's lost a family member recently, and she's trying to just cope with that pain in her heart. And she's about to turn 18, and she runs into a family member in a scrapyard and finds well, I guess what do you call it, a buggy or a bumblebee per se, and ends up taking it as kind of like a birthday present, because she wanted to take. She was kind of like, like you would when you drove your first car. You had to kind of negotiate, or if you didn't buy it yourself, you're kind of begging a little bit. So okay, so and what she doesn't know that her car is actually an alien from outer space. Okay, Bumblebee is probably the absolute best Transformers film I have seen in my entire life. And though I really enjoyed the original Transformers from Michael Bay, and I did actually like the Revenge of the Fallen, and I'm not afraid to say that. I'm not afraid to say that. I like the Revenge of the Fallen version. So we got us a Transformers film. Okay, this movie starts out with a bang. We see Cybertron. Oh my God, we actually get to see Cybertron. We see Optimus Prime. We see Wheeljack, Jazz, Cliffjumper, Shockwave, Starscream, and we don't actually see Megatron, but I'll get to that later. So it starts out really good, and this movie is not is more of an isolated type film, because if you put the Iron Giant and E.T. in a blender, I think you would get Bumblebee, because Bumblebee is it's not an overblown monstrosity of a mess of a film like a lot of the Michael Bay films. It's more it concentrates more on the relationship between Charlie and Bumblebee, and there's a lot of it takes place in 1987. So there's a lot of amazing, and me being an 80s kid, we love these kind of movies, and there's a lot of the kind of 80s references that you would expect in a film like this. It's it's kind of dashboard all over the film. And so, do I think that Bumblebee is a good movie? Yes, it is. I think it is a good movie. It's kind of a clean slate. It's kind of like you're looking at the garbage heap that we had before, and it's kind of like just kind of erasing it from existence. It's kind of like if you will, like just say if you threw in old stereo and it's no good to you anymore, you might as well throw it away. You've had it there; it's been sitting there for years, collecting up dust, and it's just no good to you anymore. Get rid of it, throw it in the garbage, and that's basically what Travis Knight did with this film, and the results, my friends, is actually a very good film. I love this film. I would see it again. I'm gonna buy it on DVD. And Travis Knight did a great job with a lot of the keeping the consistency of the Generation 1 Transformers. And there's a couple problems here and there that I mentioned. I know I mentioned John Cena's on this film, but he's kind of like he's not really on the film much. But when he is, I think John Cena in my opinion, has really actually stepped up his game as an actor, and he's made his presence known to me on this film. And I think he's done a commendable job, and this movie just focuses on relationships. It doesn't got a bunch of plot holes or subplots. There's no time for romance on this film. There's no exploitation of the lead character, and taking it's a gamble to take to put a lead character in an unknown actress like this. And I have to say, this young lady did a great job. She definitely has a great and bright future ahead of her because Bumblebee is a winner, and it is the Transformers film we've been wanting for a long time, and we never got it because some guy just decided he was going to butcher the franchise and just absolutely nuke everything that we love about Generation One. And Travis Knight really, he was going. That's the approach he was going to, but that he went to, and he started, but he focused more on the lead character, which is Bumblebee, which is Charlie, and I loved it. There's a couple scenes you can see on this film that are, yeah, it looks a lot like the Iron Giant or E.T. because there is a part where Bumblebee's kind of stumbling around the house because he's a little bit too tall, to walk into the living room. He wants to watch something. Bumblebee's favorite movie on here is actually The Breakfast Club, and you'll hear the Simple Minds song, Don't Forget About Me. So this movie's a great time, and I'm going to give this movie, oh my, you're getting it, not bad rating because it is the first Transformers film where you actually did not see what we've come to expect from just a guy who really did not care at all about Generation One Transformers. He just kind of took a little bit what he wanted out of it, and he basically almost destroyed the mythos of Transformers. Okay, so I'm going to get into a couple things that I didn't like about the film because really this is a very good. This is basically a family film for me because it's so 80s and I love it. There's a couple problems here. Okay, there's the opening scene where you see Bumblebee. We find out how he loses his voice box or his whatever it is. His vocal cords are actually destroyed by Blitzwing. It just doesn't make absolutely no sense to me why they did that. I mean, they could have just started a clean slate, and it's so. And Blitzwing looks like Starscream, and what I see on the screen is Starscream. And that's what I saw. That's what I thought I saw in the opening scene in Cybertron, anyways. And that really ticked me off because it was just really stupid. And of course, there is not an overabundance of robots on this film. You do see the beginning, but you see two unknown Transformers on this, or Decepticons, if you will, on this movie, and they actually are characters. They actually could think. They're not actually okay. I'm going to give you guys a comparison to the Michael Bay films. A lot of the characters on the Michael Bay films just kind of did one-liners, and it's very tongue-in-cheek. There's absolutely no personality. But the robots on these films, the Decepticons, live up to the name Decepticons, and they are in deception, and they're actually triple changers. But they are Transformers that I am not familiar with, and that was the kind of the downer for me. What I liked about the way they presented them, they have personalities. They actually can say these are villains. These are super villains. So, but really it just didn't make any sense how they presented them as these absolutely unknown characters by me. So, okay. All right. I hope I covered everything. Okay, Bumblebee is a winner for me. It is awesome. I loved it. I would definitely watch it again. And I got to give a lot of props to what I saw in the movie because there's just a lot of there is some humor on this film, but not a whole lot. It's not perverted or it's not Michael Bay humor or anything like that. It's more, it makes sense, when it happens, when it does happen, anyways. And so, okay, tell me what you think about this video. Tell me what you thought about Bumblebee. Are we going to see, maybe we're going to see another Bumblebee film, or we're going to actually see the Optimus Prime standalone film, or Optimus Prime film that we always wanted to see, but we never got it. Okay, on the comments below, thank you once again. I hope you put a like next to this video and comment on this video. It's tell your friends about this blog. Subscribe to this channel. So tell me what you guys think. What is the next logical step? Like, are we going to get an Optimus Prime standalone film that everybody's been asking for that we haven't gotten yet? Okay, I just want to talk about a little bit about Megatron. And Megatron is actually in a deleted scene. It's kind of like the disappointment I felt like when I saw Creed 2, when I was expecting Creed, or actually Ivan Drago and Rocky Balboa going inside in the hospital in a scene I actually saw before I went to go see the movie. So, okay, so let me know what you guys think about that as well, okay? Megatron is actually in the deleted scene. Maybe we'll actually see a director's cut of this film, and they might insert Megatron into the sequence of the film. And you see at the very end, I also want to talk about a little bit about it kind of puts the pieces of the puzzle on the horrible Michael Bay films, because Bumblebee actually sees the Camaro. There's actually that Camaro he is in the older Transformers film with Michael Bay at the very end. You see him change from the buggy into the Camaro. And also we see there's an end credit scene with him talking to Optimus Prime. They're in the forest, I guess. Okay, I'll see you guys in the